Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl again, Luminous Skincare. If you're seeing my face for the first time, hi, I'm Luminous, and on this channel we film about skincare, product review, supplement review, and all that DIYs. Stick around. I'll be making a Snow White lotion today. Yes, this video is long overdue. It's been a request from a subscriber, so I'm granting that today. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the video. The first thing I'll be doing is to add my e-wax into my bowl. I'll be dropping the measurements soon in the video. Please endeavor to watch the video to the end. So the first thing I'll be doing is to add my e-wax into my formulation. After adding my e-wax to my formulation, I'll add my citric acid to the bowl as well. I'll add my citric acid to the formulation as well. Those will serve as my emulsifier. After adding my citric acid, I will add my shea butter to that as well. Like I said, that is my phase 1, which is the emulsifying phase. So I'll add my sunflower oil rather. I'll add my sunflower oil to the formulation. I'll add my measurements. Like I said, I'll be dropping the full measurement and the product in the middle of the video. Endeavor to watch the video to the end to get the full details. Then I went ahead to add my olive oil. I added my shea butter as well. That's what I'm doing in the video right now. I added my shea butter to the formulation. After adding my shea butter, I will set that aside because that's going to serve as my phase 1, which is the oil phase. You can call it the oil phase, you can call it the emulsifying phase, and you can also call it the phase 1. I add my oil phase aside. Then I will go into another bowl. I will add my distilled water. Like I said, distilled water matters in formulation a lot. Don't go and use tap water, please, I beg you. So I add my distilled water into that. Then I actually set aside a little bit of distilled water because I will be mixing my water soluble powders into the distilled water. That's why I set some distilled water aside. So into my water, I added my allantoin powder. Yes, it will stand as stabilizer, and it also serve as irritation controller. Yes, so this product does not irritate your skin. It doesn't cause new issues to your skin, because some people are fond of getting issues from some products regardless of how you make it. So it's good to always add allantoin to your formulation. So I set that aside as well. I actually went to double boil my oil phase and my water phase. Then I'm measuring my powders into the distilled water I set aside. That is my vitamin B3 I added into that water base. Yes, I added my vitamin B3 into that water base. I have another water set aside as well, where I'll be adding my Snow White powder. I'll be adding my my stearic acid into the formulation. Yes, I'll be adding my stearic acid into another base distilled water I set aside. I'll stir that very well. I will let both sit and dissolve. These are water phase. When you're mixing your powders, like your actives, make sure to know the phase they are going to solidify in, to know the right thing to use, if it's water or oil. So after mixing those two, I went ahead and checked my water and oil phase I was double boiling. It was already ready, so I added both together to form emulsification, that is to form our base cream basically. So I got a very watery formulation, but it's not that bad. I went ahead and set it aside for a long while. I set it aside for about 3 to 4 hours, and I also went to mix it with my hand mixer as well. And after a while, voila, my soap became very thick. I set that aside actually, and I went back to check my actives, and they were already dissolved. The vitamin B3 was not fully dissolved yet. so I went ahead and stir for a while as well to make sure it was completely dissolved before adding to my formulation. So once I have already stirred my actives, I added my liquorice powder into the actives as well. I added my liquorice powder into the active as well. So I went ahead and added the two phase of active together. Yes, they are both water based, so I can add them. I added the both together. So after that, I poured those two faces together and I set it aside. Then I took my lotion. It was still watery at this stage. I wanted it to calm down a bit, and I also went to use my mixer to mix it. So here I've mixed my lotion. You can see how thick it's looking, not that watery it was looking the other time. So I set it aside and I also mixed it. After mixing it for a while, I got that thick consistency. So now I'm adding my actives, which is my citric acid, the licorice powder, and the vitamin B3. Those are important actives to get that snow. So after mixing my both faces, I went ahead and added my lactic acid. Lactic acid serves as exfoliating agent. It also helps the product works better. Yes, that's the reason I'm adding my lactic acid into the formulation. I mixed that very well. Yes, aside from when you had thick creams to your product, I enjoy mixing my products after adding anything to my products. I enjoy mixing it. So when you add anything, maybe you had your oils, you mix just so they can incorporate very, very well. Do you understand? So I went ahead and added my propylene glycol. This is a penetrator. When you make a product, you did not add your propylene glycol, just trust me, it might not be as effective as you expect it to be. So that's the reason I went ahead and added my propylene glycol to that formulation. It was very necessary. So because the bowl was too small, so I went ahead and poured into a bigger bowl so I can add other ingredients, and I can also mix my formulation very well, so every other actives can incorporate very well. So you also want to do the same when you're mixing. Make sure to get a big bowl so your actives can mix very well, so you don't have some products up and the down products are not effective. Yes, such thing can happen if you're using a bowl that is not big enough. So I added my formulation into a big bowl in order for me to mix very well. That's what I'm doing at that moment. And I went ahead and mixed again just to be sure that my formulation got to the head of the products. And I went ahead and added my vitamin E oil. It's an antioxidant for the product as well. It also serves as a preserver. Then I'm adding my preservative, which is very, very important in this formulation. Preservative is very necessary when you're formulating. After adding my preservative, then I mixed very well again. I enjoy mixing my product, like I said earlier. I mixed very well again to get a very nice consistency. After that, I started adding my market products. Those are the ready-made products in the markets. I went ahead and added my whitening milk. Yes, you can substitute with this whitening milk with any milk of your choice, Egyptian milk, but this is actually a whitening milk I had left, and I intentionally left it to make this snow white lotion. So I added my whitening milk to this formulation. Then I went ahead and added my Pujon ampoules. Yes, this is a strong whitening ampoules. I added my Pujon ampoule to the formulation. After that, I mixed. You know me very well now, Madam Mixer. I mixed my formulation again. After adding the Pujon serum to my formulation, I made sure to mix again. Like I said, I like to mix immediately after adding anything to my formulation. I like to mix it. Then I went ahead and had my 42 hours oil. That oil is actually a very strong oil that should be added to your formulation. I added my 42 hours oil to my formulation. Yes, that's my scale under it, to show that I'm scaling my products accurately. I want you to also scale, and the reason why I teach on gram on this channel often is just so you can make as much batch as you want. It's not the one that I will give you 2 tablespoon formulation, then you have to be doubling it. If you know how to formulate very well, if I give you formulation in gram, you can turn it to a big batch of formulation. Do you understand? So I added my alpha butane to the formulation as well. I wanted to use my alpha butane powder, but I saw that it has finished, so I used the oil instead. So if you can't get the powder, you can use the oil. If you can't get the oil, you can use the powder. You can substitute both for each other. Because I want this lotion to also moisturize the skin, I added my glycerin. Very important. After adding my glycerin to the formulation, I mixed my product again to make sure all the actives I'm adding incorporate very well. So after mixing it, you can see it's already looking so beautiful. I added my rapid whitenizer. Rapid whitenizer is another very strong whitening serum you want to add to your formulation when you're formulating a Snow White or a Sharpapa product. I'm showing this glutathione purine ampoule again to tell you that if you can't get that glutathione purine ampoule, you can substitute with skin-free milk. It's not necessarily you get that. If you can't get the purine ampoule, you can substitute with skin-free milk or any other cream you know might be very active. There I'm adding my fragrance. I want this to smell really nice. That's my fragrance right in the formulation. You can even look at that lotion, the way it's looking already. It's looking really beautiful and lotion like, not too thick, not too watery, and that's the exact consistency I want to have from this lotion. This lotion is a very strong whitening lotion. When used patiently, it can give you up to 3 shades light. Like you can see, we made our lotion from scratch. It's not like we got a market-based lotion, so this is going to take a while to work, but trust me, this is going to work effectively, steadily. You're going to get a very nice yellow tone from this. If you want to get a shade lighter, you can also use this. All you have to do is, once you get your desired shade, don't use it often, use it once in a while, because this is an organically made Snow White lotion, so it's going to take its time to work steadily. It's not that sharp bleaching rushing lotion. This is going to take its time to work very well, but trust me, you would love the effect you get from this lotion. It is very effective. And that's me pouring my lotion into my bottles. You can see I have my lotion bottled up already. I add a little extra. That's me showing you what it looks like. Thank you for watching my video to this extent. If you've actually gotten a value from this video, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. It actually means a lot to me. Please subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification bell, so whenever I drop a new video, you'll be the first to be notified each time once I'm here with a new video. Thank you for watching my video, guys, and thank you for always tuning in to my returning subscriber. And if you're a first-time subscriber, you also want to see more of this type of formulation, you definitely should subscribe. Thank you.